When I found him, his phone was laying there on the ground, and I recorded him because I wanted him to see like how awful and scary that is. I said, like, Tucker, this is why you can't do drugs.
That right there is an emotional scene from Fentanyl Unlimited, a documentary closely looking into the fentanyl poisoning crisis. More than 70,000 people have died from overdose in the U.S. in 2022. That's more than double the amount of deaths in 2019. Fentanyl Unlimited filmmaker Charlie Minn joins us in the studio this morning to discuss the documentary, as well as Stefanie Turner, founder of Texas Against Fentanyl. You're featured in the documentary. Thank you both so much for being here this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so this is such a difficult conversation, but important conversation to have. Charlie, tell us a little bit more about why you decided to move forward with this documentary.
Leslie, inform, educate, and raise awareness. This thing needs as much awareness as possible. Americans are dropping dead, literally as we're talking right now, from fentanyl. 1 out of every 4 Texans have had an opioid overdose. That, to me, is disgusting and alarming.
Yeah, absolutely. And you put it very plainly. Like, it's disgusting, it's alarming. How did you get interested in this topic, and why did you decide to do the film?
I made 11 films inside the Mexican war zone, and I know the Mexican drug cartels are responsible for a lot of the fentanyl distribution in the United States. Cartel de Sinaloa, Cartel Jalisco, Nueva Generacion. Those are the 2 major cartels that are bringing the fentanyl into our country.
Yeah, without getting too much into the drug policy, Stefanie, let's talk a little bit more about your story. Tell us who Turner is and why this means so much to you to be able to share your story in Charlie's film.
So Tucker is my son. Turner's my last name. So Tucker was a 19-year-old boy when I found him in an overdose poisoning state, and that's when I learned what fentanyl was, and that's when he learned what fentanyl is. And the reality is that's how fentanyl is affecting our community. That's how it's coming in. That's how parents are getting an opportunity to learn what fentanyl is. And we don't want to wait till then, and we don't want to be reactive in a state where we didn't have that information. And when Tucker was first exposed to fentanyl, it was the form of a Xanax pill. And so that's my motivation and drive, is just awareness. And with Texas Against Fentanyl, that's what we push. That's why we push for Tucker's Law and fentanyl education for students to understand the dangers.
Yeah, and you mentioned a little bit of the policy. There has been some policy that you've worked with along with Governor Greg Abbott. Tell us a little bit more about that and the changes that have been made to really help inform our community.
Yeah, for sure. We push for House Bill 3908, titled Tucker's Law, which requires fentanyl education in schools in grades 6 through 12. We're developing curriculum for schools right now, and we go into schools and do presentations. That's a big one. October is Fentanyl Awareness Month, Awareness Poisoning Month, and to spread that information, and we have Fentanyl TV where it showcases, we're doing an awareness clip every day for the whole month of October.
Yeah. So. Stefanie, as a parent, what advice would you give to other parents? You've lived this, you've made this your mission to educate people. What advice do you have for parents?
You know, my advice is to open your mind that this really is a problem. Never say not my child. You just don't know. And they have access to this very easily on their cell phones. That's the reality of it. When I speak at schools, kids are coming up, have lost siblings, moms, dads, aunts, uncles. I mean, this is affecting our community as a whole, and it's impacting so many families.
Yeah, still very raw emotions there.
Yes, absolutely. It's forever.
Yeah, absolutely. We are just about out of time. Charlie, I want to talk to you real quick. You are doing a fundraiser in connection to the film. Tell us where that money is going, where people can catch your film.
I'll be making a financial donation from the box office to Texas Against Fentanyl. Stefanie and I, we do a lot of public speaking at schools, high schools, colleges. So if anybody wants to have a speak at their school, just go on the website, txaf.org, to contact us. And that's, again, Texas Against Fentanyl. This topic cannot be discussed enough, Leslie.
Right.
This is a tragedy that really people have to be more aware about.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully people can get more informed. As you can see the time there, next Tuesday, 7:15, Flicks Brewhouse. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for also bringing awareness to our community.
That's actually on the 17th, Tuesday the 17th.
Tuesday the 17th.
Yeah, and then it'll run after that more at Round Rock at that Flicks Brewhouse.
Okay, perfect. We'll have the information on our website, fox7austin.com. Thank you both for being here. We'll be right back.